Hey guys, today I want to do a progress report video. 2 months ago, September 26, 2019, I posted a 6 months progress celebration on my recovery, and that video it is my most popular video by far. People have shared it. Thank you to those of you who shared it on different Facebook groups and so on. And it got like almost 500 views at this point, and it's like 10 times more than most of my videos. Uh, and I guess people are wondering, what's happened since then. It's been 2 months. It's December, beginning of December now. And so let me tell you just what's been happening. I'm continuing to improve. Every week, I'm getting better and better. I'm just doing more stuff. And I'm taking fewer breaks and I'm taking shorter breaks. I feel like I'm getting there, man. I feel like I'm reaching escape velocity. Now, if you haven't watched my video that I just talked about, I'll link it. Go watch it. Because I'm gonna build on this video, on that video, in this video. I'm not gonna repeat the same stuff, but just to let you know, I was totally bedbound for, I hate to say it, but like 3 years. Just my life was just, bad. But about 8 months ago now, something happened. Watch my other videos for that, and I just started improving. Thanks to Dr. Sarno's work and people who have continued his work. So what's been happening is I'm just doing more activity. Like before, I would go out. I live in the suburbs of Moscow right now, and I go to the center of Moscow to hang out, which is like an hour and a half, depending on traffic drive, a long drive. And I would take a taxi or I would drive, but I'd be sitting in the vehicle. And now I take a taxi to the subway station, the nearest subway station, and then I just take the subway around. Before I was a little scared to do that, like it was just another step for me to go to. Because I felt like, well, on the subway it's crowded, and you gotta stand a lot, and the subway's moving. And then when I get to my destination, I'm gonna have to be walking around there and stuff. Like you just, when you have very little energy, you have very little confidence. But as you do more and more stuff, because you're actually okay and you can do it, and if symptoms come, then you can soothe yourself and explain to yourself, just a conditioned response, no big deal. I'm not in any danger. But still, even with this understanding, you got to build up that confidence. You don't have the confidence right away, or I didn't. Yours might be different. You might go quicker. But I didn't have the confidence to just, go from being bedbound to just going out and running marathons and stuff, or whatever. I've had to build my confidence step by step, and I'm just continuing to do that. Yeah, so now I take the subway, the metro as we call it here, to the center of Moscow. If I gotta get around, I take the metro around, and I don't need to rest as much. I almost don't take any purposeful breaks at all now. You know what I mean? I just kind of live my life like almost a normal person at this point. And yeah, I'm just continuing to improve. Now, setbacks, yeah, I had like a period, but I don't pay attention to this stuff. I had a period, a few weeks where like I had an increase in symptoms, but that's irrelevant, man. I mean, when you're experiencing, of course you don't like it, it sucks, it's unpleasant, but once you know the truth about your symptoms, it's just irrelevant. It's not really a setback. I'll make a separate video on setbacks, but a setback is if your reaction to symptoms suddenly you're more afraid of symptoms all of a sudden. You're losing your confidence in your understanding of what's going on with you. That's a setback. If you have an increase in symptoms, that's not a setback. That's either a conditioned response, you just need more time to decondition yourself, excuse me, or something is going on emotionally in your life. There was a situation that reminded you of a traumatic experience from your past, or maybe you've been perfectionistic, been putting pressure on yourself. That's what's going on in those situations when you have an increase in symptoms. So I've been continuing to improve, and I feel like I'm really reaching that point, like escape velocity, where it's just I've almost completely let go of all my fears of doing activities. I'm planning to go ice skating. I haven't ice skated since I was a kid. I was invited. I'm feeling nervous about it. Can I handle it? Of course I can handle it, but I still feel nervous. I'm gonna go. I'm going. I'll report back. I'm going, and when you do a new activity, just even if you're a perfectly normal person who never experienced CFS, fibro, or anything like that, you get sore and stuff, Uh, so that's gonna happen to me, and I just gotta know, oh, no big deal, no big deal. I went dancing last week. Just I'd been dancing before, but this is the first time I've been, like, before I got bedbound, I used to dance, and then this is the first time last week that I went dancing, again, salsa dancing, partner dancing. So I danced with people. It was great, Um, basically, yeah. Since the last video I made reporting on my progress 2 months ago, it just continues to improve, continues to improve. Every week I'm better. I'm lifting heavier weights. I'm walking longer distances. I don't think about like, oh, am I going to be able to handle that distance anymore when I have to walk somewhere? I know I can. It's not a problem, Uh, yeah, I could still get nervous occasionally, and I know what to do with that. I just say, oh, okay, I'm getting nervous. It's completely irrational because I'm completely healthy. Yes, symptoms, yeah, but who cares about symptoms? They're harmless. And looking forward, like I said in my last video, I'm gonna have to take a trip. I'm gonna have to travel. I'm gonna have to go drive to the airport, get on an airplane, end up in some city that I don't know anybody. Maybe don't even speak the language. Although people speak English around the world, but still, just it's like this. There's no home base anymore. That's I still feel like, okay, I have a home base. Okay, I go out and then I come back home to my home base where I can sit down, I can lay down if necessary, I can just take a chill pill, and that's good to have. You need that potentially, depending on your situation and your psychology, how you feel about things. I needed that. I needed to feel, in order for me to venture out into the world, I needed to feel like, okay, I've got a safe spot where I can come back to, a home base where I can just lay down and it's quiet and it's okay, no worries. I'm good, Um, so when I travel, there's not going to be a home base. I mean, you'll have your hotel room, but you're traveling. It's not, that's like the ultimate in my mind right now. So at some point in the next few months, whenever it comes around, I'm not trying to force it, but I want to take a trip, probably a trip to Europe, maybe Barcelona. I have Barcelona in my mind, or maybe go to a football game. That's a soccer game for my US listeners. Yeah, that's what I have planned. And so things are going good. I'm continuing to progress. This is for real. This recovery is for real. Your recovery is for real too. It is just as real as my recovery. Whether it's begun yet or not, it's coming. It's coming. So yeah, hope this helps. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking steps forward, venturing out into life. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to comment to let me know what's going on with you. Share this video with people. People need to hear this, because what happened to me those 3 years and even the many years before that, that doesn't have to happen to people. This whole thing can go differently. But people get stuck in a very bad place because just of a lack of understanding in society about these kinds of conditions and what causes them, how they come about, and what should be done about them. When you go to a doctor, it's very rare that a doctor can help you with something like this. Okay, I'll see you next time.